Hi everyone! Welcome back to my video! As you can see, I have not been uploading for a while and I will get into that very soon. And also because you've not seen me for a while, you can see that my hair is also different. Woo! I cut off my hair. But anyway, so today it's been more than a month since my last video and I have been feeling all kinds of like different slumps basically, but also because life happens sometimes, and I had to do, basically I started a new job and I also decided to just take a break from shooting because I really didn't know what else I could talk about. But today's video, in the hopes that it goes up before my favorite month ends, today we're gonna talk about my own gift to myself for my birthday. Being however old I am, I decided to gift myself the gift of sight. And that is also because in today's video I will be talking to you guys about my own personal experience, or a little journey as well, with Lasik surgery. And if you don't know what Lasik surgery is, it is basically zapping your eyes to remove the high power that you have so that you can throw away your glasses, throw away your contact lens, and have perfect vision. Now, basically, that's also one of the reasons why I have not been posting, because right after the surgery, which I will also explain in the later parts of the video, is that I basically couldn't see because I needed my eyes to also heal. So I didn't want to like keep looking at computers, keep looking at the screen and so on. Like basically I just wanted to rest my eyes and get a very good full recovery. So if you are seeing this video for the first time, or you've been following my channel for a while, or you are following me on Instagram, or just plong whatever Instagram or whatever social channels, you can follow me, subscribe, like, comment, whatever. It's entirely up to you. But really today's video is to talk about my own personal journey with my eyes. Alright, just to start off, basically I don't think, or unfortunately for me, I was not blessed with perfect eyesight. My eyes has always been quite weak, and I started wearing glasses when I was about 7 years old, and that is actually very young. I was wearing glasses for about 5 years after that, and by 12 I was actually sort of like introduced by my optician to try to use contact lens. That was also because my power for my eyes, basically I have short-sightedness. My short-sightedness power was always increasing actually rather rapidly, and it didn't help because my build is quite tall, so a lot of times I am sitting at the back of the class, and because of that I can't see like the whiteboard or the blackboard or the whiteboard when the teacher is teaching. So it was very difficult because I can't sit in front because I will be blocking those who are obviously shorter than me in that sense, and so they had to put me to the side, which to me I felt didn't also help my eyesight because I had to look at the whiteboard or blackboard in an angle. So when I turned 12 was when I was introduced to contact lens wearing, and let me tell you, once I started wearing contact lens, I never looked back. I always kept wearing contact lens. It was like an everyday thing, and it got so used. I got really used to it, and I really hated myself when I am wearing my glasses actually, and because when I go out, the only time or the only people that would see me in my glasses were my own family when I'm at home. So I basically only wear glasses when I am at home, and every time that I'm outside, I'm always with my contact lens. So a lot of times, like I think some of my friends have never ever seen me in my glasses ever before, or they don't even know that I actually wear glasses or have like contact lens on, because nobody knows. I try to like not tell anybody that I wear glasses. Anyway, so I have actually considered before, many years before leading up to this point, to do Lasik surgery. So I do have like friends and family who have done the surgery, and it has been very successful. But every time, or the first time that I went to like test my eyes in one of the places where you test your eyes for Lasik surgery, I was told that my power was not stable yet, and this was when I was like in my mid-20s, I guess, or almost late 20s, and they still said that my power was not stable enough, which is kind of scary for me because at that time my power was already very high, and even at that time they were already telling me that, hey, maybe you can't do Lasik surgery because number one, my power was very high, number two, my power was really unstable, and they still wouldn't know if I have enough like cornea space to actually do the Lasik surgery, or if it's too high, I would have to like implant the contact lens into my eye, and that would mean it would be super hella freaking expensive for me to actually even think about doing that. So you know, it was put on the back burner once again. So then fast forward in 2015, I actually went to the Philippines to work, so that was put on the back burner. I never thought about it. It was like out of sight, out of mind. I really don't want to think about how effed up my eyesight is or how high my power is. I just didn't want to like think about it. I always had so much anxiety when I had to go to the optician to like check my eyes, because you know, like the grunts and the sounds that they make all the time, it's like, dude, it's my eyes. I understand that my power is very high, but you ain't gotta, you know, do those kinds of like sound or like judge me because my power is very high. And I think that was something that really deterred me a lot to always get my eyes checked. So when I finally came back to Malaysia about, I think, a year or so ago, Home actually also did his Lasik surgery, but I mean his power was about 200-ish, and you know, that's not really such a big deal. And before I actually like jumped and made the decision to do my eyes, of course I also went to like get my eyes checked, and I basically searched online, as you would do, because I also work in advertising. That's the first thing that you do. You Google search which place, you know, can get your eyes fixed. So I actually found this eye specialist, which is Vista Eye, and they actually have a lot of branches within Malaysia, but I went to the OG branch, which is in the Curve, so beside IKEA basically. And so I decided to go there to like get my eyes checked and things like that. And let me tell you, obviously this is not sponsored, not paid, but the whole experience I had with Vista has been super amazing from start to finish. Being someone who actually doesn't really know too much about what happens during the surgery or things like that, they really took the time to like sit down and explain all of the procedures with me. They also played like a video about the type of surgery that they would do for my eye. They also explained the different types of I would say like services they offer, or like even the technologies that they use for your Lasik. And all of it can also be found on their website. And let me tell you, I think they are doing pretty well when it comes to like retargeting or whatever, because I kept getting hit by the ads, and they were also running a lot of promotions. So now you would think that sometimes when they run so many promotions, it would be quite scary, right? But let me tell you, when I went there, I felt really comfortable. There were a lot of people there actually, a lot of people who are probably like the first time like me, or people who've already done the surgery and are going for their follow-up checkups and things like that. But at the end of the day, I felt truly comfortable with all of the checks that they went through. They didn't, you know, I didn't feel no judgmental stares, or I didn't feel like they were talking to like somebody who's like a bit dumb who don't know anything about it. And whatever worries that I have was basically answered and elevated for me as well, when they really made sure that they explained to me all of the procedures and what happened. And of course, she could also tell that I was worried, because hella, I love to watch like horror movies, right? And for those of you who have seen Final Destination, you totally know what I mean. And she was really funny because she told me that a lot of other people has also quoted that movie about, you know, the Lasik surgery. But anyway, so she did offer me to get my Lasik done by their head surgeon, who is Dr. Aloysius, and he was so amazing because I felt so comfortable even during my consultation, even leading up to my own Lasik surgery. I felt really comfortable. All of the nurses there who were taking care of me to help prep me for the surgery as well really explained to me very well. They were very patient, which really made me feel very comfortable, and I don't want to sound like a broken record that keeps saying la la la, very nice, very this, very that, but I do feel like even if you Google search the curved branch for Vista Eye, there are plenty of really amazing reviews about their whole procedure, their whole basically service and things like that. And of course, being someone from advertising as well, I obviously want to look at the reviews, right, and make sure that everything is okay and everything goes well. So but of course, at the end of the day, I did also wanted to get a second opinion. Also, when I was talking to my parents, they wanted me to get a second opinion when it comes to my eye. And it was kind of weird because when I went to Vista, they told me that I can do Lasik. But when I got a second opinion, they actually told me that I cannot do Lasik. I have to do the ICL, which is implant. Basically, you have to implant the contact lens because my power is very high. And for the first time in the entire universe, or for the first time in my life, I'm going to tell everybody what my power was, and my power was already like 1,000 plus. So that is actually very high. If you are someone who wears glasses, right, you will understand how high that power is. So normal vision is basically like 20/20 vision, where your vision is perfectly amazingly clear, but my power, because I have short-sightedness, it was about 1,000 plus I had astigmatism, which was about 200 plus. So it is really very high. And right before, or not right before, like a year before this actual LASIK surgery, right, I actually had a little cut in my eye because of my contact lens usage, and because I kept like rubbing my eyes and things like that. So I had that little problem, but at the end of the day, I think I feel that I'm quite blessed because my eyes are healthy, even though I have very high power. And of course, when I had that second opinion where they said that I couldn't do LASIK surgery, I was also kind of like on the fence about what I can do or what my options are. And for me, my only worry is that I don't want to not be able to see. Basically, if there's a zombie apocalypse, right, I'll be the first person to die if I don't have LASIK surgery. And this is really like an FWP talking, only because if I have that contact lens on and I take it out, that's it, I'm blind, I cannot see. And if I have my glasses on during the zombie apocalypse and it cracks and breaks, that's it, I'm blind. I might as well just go and let the zombie eat me and then I become a zombie, because these eyes will not take me far. So finally, after the second opinion, I still decided to do the LASIK surgery because they did have the technology and they did also have the equipment to do LASIK surgery for people with very high power. So I wasn't the only one who have done this kind of surgery before with very high power. There have also been people who had higher power than me that also did LASIK surgery actually very successfully. And on the day of the surgery, of course, I was very nervous, but at the end of the day, everything or every step had already been explained to me, so it was pretty clear and like quite easy lah. And the whole procedure where they would open your eye, cut your flap, lift it up, and then LASIK your eyes and things like that, everything was actually really fast, about 15 minutes. And then when I opened my eyes, because as someone who has very high power, when you open your eyes, you basically cannot see. I can basically see someone in front of me, but it's more like a silhouette. But once I did the surgery, I could tell the time at the clock. Of course, it is not 100% vision immediately, but for what I got, about 60 to 70% where I could see, it was already super amazing. So on the first day after my surgery, I was expecting a lot of actually expecting a lot of discomfort and a lot of pain, but I think I just slept it off. And the next morning when I woke up, while my eyesight was still not 100%, there was no more pain. I guess the only downside of, I don't call it a downside lah, but it is something that you have to go through, is basically you're gonna have very dry eyes. So for me, as someone who has been wearing contact lens for more than 20 years, right, it didn't really affect me too much because whenever you wear your contact lens for an extended period of time, your eyes start to get really dry and you start to get used to that. So I never realized how dry my eyes were until like when I go for the checkup and the doctor tells me like your eyes are very dry, you need to like drop more eye drops into your eye to like keep it wet. But yes, my healing period was actually pretty okay. It felt a little bit glaring. I can't really like see too much. Basically, they'll give you like sunglasses and like a thing to like cover your eyes when you sleep so that you don't rub your eyes. They'll give you like antibiotics. Everything will be provided for you, and then you just have to like drop your eyes. Drop the antibiotics every few hours, drop the eye drops to make sure that your eyes are constantly moist and wet. And other than that, everything else was actually really smooth sailing. In the first 3 days, I think, because I did my surgery on a Thursday, on Friday I did actually already go back to work. Everything was pretty normal, and then I just slept the entire time on like Saturday and Sunday, and then by like Monday I felt okay. My sight wasn't 100% yet. It was probably about 60 to 70 to 80%. I could see things far but not read things near. But at the end, I think it also really helped that I stopped looking at my screen, I stopped looking at my phone. I just basically slept and had like pretty good sleep honestly the whole time during my healing period. And after about a week, I think my sight was already about 95%. So it's been about 3 weeks or almost a month since my surgery, and my eyesight has been like perfect. Other than the occasional like very glaring parts during the day, it gets very glaring, but that's normal. And at night when I drive, sometimes it's a bit halo-y on the lights, but it is still manageable because everything else is super clear. And I never had this clear sight ever in my life. Even when I was wearing my glasses or my contact lens previously, it was still not like 100% vision. So to be able to see so perfectly after like almost 10 years of like screwed up vision, this is literally like heaven for me. And I don't know why I waited so long, but I am truly also happy that I did finally take the plunge and get my eyes did. And if you guys are ever considering, if you wear your glasses and if you see this and you are in Malaysia or any other part of the world and you are wearing glasses and you wanna, you know, not wear it anymore, get your eyes fixed, you can really consider doing Lasik. And because the technology from when my dad did it more than 10 years ago has obviously been like advanced even more to today. And that's also one of the good things, where even though I had such high power, they still was able to like, you know, do Lasik for me. And I am really happy with my results. I can't put on eye makeup yet until until a month, but I am going to lay off that super heavy makeup maybe for a little bit longer because I don't want to like rub my eyes too much. But then everything else, like I can just put on very basic makeup, just not anything in my eye, which I'm totally fine with. And I think because of this whole no makeup, I've not been wearing makeup for more than a month actually, and because of that I think it also helped my skin a lot, which I will do another video about because my skin has been feeling super thankful, I guess. But if you've made it this far, thank you so much for listening to my story. And if you are considering doing Lasik for yourself, please do consider. If you are in Malaysia and thinking of doing Lasik, you can also consider going to Vista Eye Specialists. They have a lot of branches within the Klang Valley area, like the Curve, Bangsa, they have one in Cheras, and that's all I remember. But you can also just Google search, but let me tell you, once you get onto their website, they will retarget you a lot, so you don't have to worry about forgetting what's their name, where they are, and whatever lah, huh? So yeah, that's it. And if you like this video, and if you want to celebrate this little gift that I gifted myself, please leave a like on my video. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel if you see this. If you are seeing this on Facebook, you can also leave a like. And I'll see you guys, I don't know when, but just in the next video. Bye bye.